This is Let's Talk Podcast, brought to you on Monday nights from 7 p.m. CST time. This is a place for you to receive knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, eternal, living in my purpose. Breaking past these walls, I deserve it. These entities, they nervous, cause I know it, I'm worth it. Embracing all my essence, cause I own it, I'm perfect. Them devils better find a new opponent. Receiving all my flowers, I outgrown it. If your house ain't a home, then you loaned it. Undress those pretty lies, that's how they sold it. Start believing in yourself, that's how you mold it. We dive deep into our depth, that's how we flow it. Our ancestors got our back, you better know it. They go before you with each breath, your soul is golden. Keep your energy up high, cause you in motion. Never feed into those highs, they be bogus. Fulfill your gift, know you the prize. The throne that's rosing, reflect the love that's in your heart. You're always chosen. Eternal. Let it go. Oh, there's no more. Oh, now you know. Oh, let it go. Oh,
Real.
We want to make sure that you understand that you should not have fear. Because when you have fear, you challenge yourself from missing things in life. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let Eternal Goddess take the floor on fear.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. And I love that picture because I love what it represented. Stop being afraid, and it shows our shadows, right? So when it comes to fear, it's like we have to learn to face our own shadow. Fear is all
Mhm.
about, embracing ourselves and learning to face our own shadow, face our own darkness. And it's only a reflection of ourselves and how we perceive ourselves to be. So first
Mhm.
I want to talk about the fear of knowledge. The fear of knowledge. In order for us to grow, we have to take in the knowledge and be able to apply it in our life. We can talk about it, but are we really being about it? Just because we can have knowledge of something doesn't mean we use it correctly. With knowledge comes that wisdom and understanding. And that is the foundation to help us grow if we will to do so. It's always our choice. So the way that we perceive it, it can come up as overwhelmed. Too much information, taking in so much information, consuming this and that, looking outside of ourselves,
Mhm.
not really being able to tune into our own, intuition with this block, and we want to stay comfortable. Or it's past conditioning, being taught that questioning is dangerous or disrespectful. Trauma response, the nervous system. And so this associates with knowing. A lot of us fear to even try to understand the power of it because we like to eat what we like to eat. We get comfortable in that. And a lot of people run to that. They run to that comfort of food and they get
Yes.
attached to it.
Yeah.
When we are able to understand the healing properties of it, then we are not against it. We're able to nurture it. We're able to embrace it. We're able to see the good in it because it's like important in our minds. We're able to have that stable balance in our minds to where we can open up and try something new, and have a better relationship with it. So it's really important to understand what we feed our minds first. Whatever we feed our minds, whatever we tell ourselves, whatever we speak about ourselves, is what we will basically get. So just not attaching ourselves to things and just allowing ourselves to connect and nurture it and be gentle with it and be gentle with ourselves allows us to open up to those things. Food is not meant to be feared. Like I said, it's about communication.
Mhm.
Do you have a good relationship with food? What is it saying to you in your body? Is it giving you energy or does it make you feel heavy? And how are you responding to this food? Did you pray over it? Pray over the food? Did you set your intentions for it? Yeah, we got to ask ourselves these questions. So the issue is not just what we eat, but it's also how we relate to it mentally and emotionally.
Mhm.
Are you attached to these foods? And does it bring you comfort in some way? Or are you connected to the nature of it? And how does it nourish you? Because a lot of those foods are within us. It's a part of our bodies, a part of our system. You know what I mean? And when we are in control of our mind and just really understanding and understanding, that concept and the relationship between the two, we are able to flow more with it. We are able to try new things. And what energy is it giving you? What type of exchange are you having with the food as well? Oh yeah. And let's talk about the fear of no control.
Mm.
No fear of no
Mm.
control. It means a lack of understanding.
Yes.
We fear what we don't understand because we lack understanding of it.
Mhm.
We learn to be in control when we realize what we already have control over. Most importantly, number one, like I said, being our mindset and what we think about ourselves. and what we choose to will, what we choose to will into our lives. What are we bringing into our everyday life? Are we bringing peace? Are we bringing joy? Are we bringing wealth? How do we feel about ourselves? What are we thinking about ourselves in our life? If we think that we are healthy, and we tell ourselves that, then we're going to be healthy.
There you go.
Yes. Yes.
You know, if we think that we are love or peace or whatever like that, we're going to create that around us and inside.
Yes.
So the fear of no control is not about chaos. It is about safety. Most people were taught directly or indirectly that control equals protection, certainty equals survival, letting go equals danger. That's like a programming, we were conditioned into. Always
To
thinking,
be fair.
always, yes,
Yeah.
always trying to prepare for something or prepare for the worst. And that's an illusion.
Yep.
That's not real. It's about how we see ourselves in the moment and knowing that we already have full control over our being and tapping into that. The only control that truly matters is internal. Everything else is an influence, cooperation, or acceptance. So we can control our mindset, how we speak to ourselves, what stories we repeat, and what meanings we assign to experiences. Our thoughts shape our perception, and our perception shapes our experience.
Yes.
Yep. And that's why we have to meet people where they are at. And that allows us to be rooted in where we are and the
Come on.
direction we want to go in for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have to have this relationship, this, self control within ourselves, and to really have, the knowledge and apply it to our lives. It all goes together.
Mm-hmm.
It all goes together. So that is my take on the
And
fear.
to control the people is to control the mind.
Yes.
And when you can control the mind, you can control the people, and that's how fear comes in.
Yes.
So what? It's a pandemic. So what? God is within you.
That's
Everything
right.
that you need, you shall have.
Mhm.
But during that pandemic, you got to change how you eat.
There you go.
You have to change how you eat. That's the only way you're going to heal yourself during this pandemic. You can't be saying, "Oh, I'm going to get some chicken." No, baby, you got to get on some ginger and some peppermint and some
Come
the
on.
natural things and some lemons and things like that. Now, once the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic is over, you can go back doing what you want to do. But those are the things that, and I'm not going to say that you're not going to get sick, but you're not going to be as sick. Because guess what? If the pandemic lasts a month and you're eating like that for a month,
Hmm.
parasites, because y'all don't understand, it's all about parasites. They have nothing to eat on. They're going to be trying to leave your body.
Yep.
This is where fever come in. This is where diarrhea come in. This is where these type of things come in, and they're coming out any way, any possible way, sweating, through your pores, through your movement. So I'm telling you, we always tell you guys to detox. Don't be scared to do it. What are
Mm-hmm.
you fearing? Health?
Mm-hmm.
I tell people this all the time, that's diabetics and high blood pressure. Only thing I do is do it a month, do it a couple
There you
weeks,
go.
and
There
you
you
will
go.
see change. But they intend on being a diabetic. They intend on having high blood pressure because it's just what eternal God has said. It's the fear of not
Yes.
knowing. It's the fear of not knowing. What can it hurt?
Mm.
You either gonna stay the same or you're going to get better. But because you're so programmed, let me take y'all down this rabbit hole. Today is December 29th. In a couple more days, it'll be December 31st. A lot of y'all going to celebrate the new year. But I want you to think. Close your eyes and think about what I'm saying. God, magnificent. Look at yourself in the mirror. As beautiful of a soul as you are,
Yes.
why would God start something in the dead of winter? Why? Let's look at April 1st. That's the spring, right? But they also call that April Fool Day too. Why? Because all you fools don't realize that's the beginning of spring. It's just that simple. Think about it. Think about the zodiac chart. It starts with Aries. It starts
Hmm.
with Aries. Spring is the beginning of new things, birds chirping, time to cut the grass, people getting ready to get their little sundresses out and their little shorts and keep their feet done and sandals. You ain't fearing that. But
Listen.
you ain't doing that January the 1st. You ain't put no sandals on and, unless you in Jamaica or Puerto Rico or somewhere where it's warm or Africa. But the knowledge, you're not putting that stuff on January the 1st. You're going to go out, shoot some guns, pop some firecrackers, go to some parties, and guess what? Most likely you're bundled up. We have to unlearn.
Yes.
We have to stop being programmed. Because guess what? Only, only the strong will survive. And what I mean by that, will you be one of those walking around as a zombie? Are
Mm.
you going to be walking dead? Because if you keep doing what you're doing, that's your only result. That's why we're telling you, don't fear nothing.
Yes.
If you say, I'm finna go out there and walk on water, and you believe it and you say it within everything that you have, excuse my French, your ass is gonna walk on water.
Come on now.
But you gotta believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to manifest it. You have to change your way of thinking. Not, oh, I think I'm gonna walk on water. No. I
No.
know I
Mm-hmm.
can do this. It's already been done.
Mm-hmm.
Meditate, do yoga, change the way you eat, and I bet you any amount of money you can walk on that water. See, these are the things that they was teaching you when they was teaching you that Jesus was doing all these things. This is you. This ain't their Jesus. This is you. Because you have the power. You are your own superhero. You don't need nobody to save you. You better save yourself. Don't worry about what Billy doing. Don't worry about what Sarah doing.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you worried about them, they'll turn around, change their life, and save themselves, and you be drowning somewhere.
Hmm. Speak on it.
This is the times. Y'all don't believe in UFOs. Y'all don't believe in this. They're here.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason you can't see them because them thick clouds. They here. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I could hear the motors running. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can say, "Ooh, she crazy." Ooh, but This too shall be revealed. They're here. They waiting. They want you to get up and wake up.
Yes.
Okay, I hadn't planned on doing all that, but we're gonna go ahead and let Sun Goddess get into her portion. Might have to cut hers a little short, but we're gonna go ahead and dive in. Go ahead, Sun Goddess, and tell
And
us a little bit.
before I dive in, I kind of I want to touch base a little bit on what Eternal Goddess was saying, about the food, and you shouldn't fear your health at all. You shouldn't fear that, because you are, like Spirit Queen said, the kingdom of God is within. You have the power to heal yourself. I saw a video the other day. Many of y'all know Montel Jordan. He was dealing with prostate cancer. Okay. And he got a call on December 25th and said that he was cancer free. He got on live and thanked his doctors for telling him to take soursop, lemons, herbs, different things of that sort. And he was able to cure himself and heal himself. So he ended up becoming cancer free, and he didn't live in that fear. So you guys shouldn't live into fear. So we're gonna get into the fear that why do they fear us? Okay. And we must understand why they fear our own expansion. Okay. Fear is a mental program passed down through conditioning, trauma, misinformation, social control, and
Mhm,
spiritual disconnect.
mhm.
Do you know you can fear things from watching different things too, as well, on social media, on TV, that can have you disconnecting from reality because you've seen something too on TV, or you've seen this and be like, oh, you shouldn't fear at all. Once you recognize fear, you can dismantle it. Okay? And there is three cores of fears that keep people spiritually small, and that's fear of people, fear of power, and fear of unity, which we all should be coming together. You should never fear the people. All of us should be coming together through love. But we sit out here, we hate on each other, we talk about each other. There's no love, there's no union, there's no light. Why do they fear us? People don't fear your personality, they fear your light.
Hmm.
They fear your intuition.
You better say
They
that
fear
again.
your
They fear what?
wisdom. What you say, Spirit Queen?
Better say that again. They fear your what?
People don't fear your personality. They fear your light. They fear your intuition. They fear your wisdom, and they fear your purpose. Remember when Spirit Queen said that she was afraid of heights? I remember the day she told me she went parasailing. When she
I
went in
forgot all about
Jamaica, in the water, up in the air. I'm looking at her like, okay. And she had the time of her life. She
I
had
don't know
so
about
much
that.
she had so much fun. But at that time, she let herself go. She let herself
Yes,
be free, and she
yes,
knew that she was protected.
yes,
You have to
yes.
know that you're protected. You have to let go of them fears and different things like that. Even with food, you can't say, "Oh, I don't like that." How you not gonna like it if you never tried it? Even if like, even when you say you don't want to travel, or you don't want to go someplace, oh, I don't want to go there because this happening. Well, how you know that that's really happening? You have to go and experience things.
Right.
Okay. I remember when people used to say, oh, well, I don't want to go to Arizona, or I don't want to live there because it's too hot. Well, have you ever lived in Arizona? Have you ever been here? No. Then how do you know it's hot? Like you have to be able to go different places and experience those different things to know like what these different states and these different countries are about. Even like with Spirit Queen, like we gonna be taking some trips in 2026. I've been to Jamaica with her. You know, we've traveled and been a couple of places. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all, forgive me, my eyes are a little watery, but we've been to a couple of places. You know what I'm saying? She's got me out of my comfort zone a lot, and you know what I'm saying. I love going to Jamaica. It's fun. We have fun everywhere we go. We don't for nothing. If we there, we out of somewhere, we like, hey, let's go do this. You know, because it's you just can't fear, okay? Why do they fear the chosen ones? Okay?
Hmm.
They fear the chosen ones because the chosen ones can see behind the illusions. They speak truth without trembling. Okay? Um, they break generational cycles and they elevate themselves without permission. So even within yourself, like Spirit Queen says, you have to unlearn to relearn to learn yourself all over to again to be able to break those cycles so you don't have to fear anything. Because like I said, it's all illusion. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real.
Hmm.
It also stands for face everything and run, or you're gonna face everything and rise. Choice is yours. God has to make you uncomfortable in order for you to move
Hmm.
in certain positions.
Yeah.
You have to let go of those different relationships, guys. The ones that's holding you back, the ones you feel like, oh, if I just stay just a little bit longer. No, let it go so you can see your blessings appear. Like Eternal God has said, try those different foods to be able to heal your body. Let go of those different relationships that's holding you back. Why do they fear what they cannot control? Well,
Hmm.
when you become spiritually aware, mentally disciplined, emotionally balanced, and self led, others lose the ability to manipulate you
Hmm.
because they see your light. People fear your light. They can't manipulate you. I done seen sometimes when Spirit Queen had told me some stories and she'll have that look. And Spirit Queen know when you fooling her or if you're lying to her or whatever. She'll just have that look like those type of people know within their intuition. They know when you trying to fool them, you can't manipulate their light. Okay? You cannot manipulate their light. There's a level of protection that the Most High has over their child that you cannot manipulate. You may think that you can. You may think that you're getting over on that person, but you're not.
At all.
They gonna let you to believe that you're getting one over, but you're not. Okay? So, they fear the mirror that you hold up. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you talk to yourself, your growth exposes the stagnation, the insecurities, and the lack of inner work. You're supposed to be speaking positive affirmations to yourself every single day, not negative, because you are what you attract. Anything, power of the tongue is real. Anything that comes out of your mouth You're really literally releasing it to the Most High. You're releasing it to the universe. So you have to be careful at the things that you say, the things that you do, and the things that you say that you want. Okay? A bright soul will always be too much for a dim room. All right? I'm gonna say that again. A bright soul gonna always be too much from a dim room. How many of people walked into a room and people just stop and look at you? They look at your light and be like, "Who is that?" That it doesn't mean many a time. It's because they see that beauty within you. They see that light within you. They see that shine within you. And you never want to dim that for anybody. Always be yourself. The more that you're yourself around people, the more that they'll respect you more. Stop trying to be stuff. Stop trying to be things that you're not. Even in relationships and situationship, you'll be more respected if you're yourself. If you're yourself and you speak truth and you speak light, people will respect you more. They not trying to change you. They want to see the real you. But it's got to be of love. Okay? Um Fear of power. Why are we afraid of our own greatness? Most people fear success more than failure. Most people fear success more than failure. Failure is familiar to them. Okay? Power requires responsibility. So if you know that you have a gift, if the Most High blessed you with this gift, but then you say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go work this 9 to 5 every day. I'm going to wake up, go to work, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go to sleep, get money, wake up, go to work, go to sleep, get money, and never be able to pursue your goals while you're in these positions. Now, I'm not telling you to go quit your job today. That's not what I'm telling you to do. But you don't want to let these full-time jobs consume you. Part-time is okay. If you working towards your goals and you know what you want. I'm so proud of Spirit Queen. She called me the other day. Was like, Sonny, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm about to do. We gotta get this done and different things like that. We with it. I'm with it. So
You
you you
know,
you you
let,
you
let me say this right quick. So, speaking of the other day, I did something and I'm not going to really get into what I did. I am going to get into what I did, but I'm not going to tell y'all what's behind everything that took place. So, it's been on my heart. And this is what we mean when we say fear.
Mhm.
So, I sent someone a text message the other day and I told them, I love you. Been wanting to say it for years. Now, was I nervous about what the person was going to say, how they was going to respond? I didn't care because it was something that I needed to do. Now, sometimes we do stuff and we don't know why we do it. But since that day, and I think today make the third or fourth day, I've been doing it ever since. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. But just the thought and the fear of what the reaction was going to be, that's the unknown. Because I didn't know what they were going to say. And even if they didn't say what I needed them to say or what I thought they were going to say, it still didn't stop me from keep doing it.
There you go. That's what I'm saying, y'all. You
How
know.
do Sometimes we love people and we never tell them. Never tell them. And they could walk around this world thinking like, oh, she really didn't like me, or we weren't even cool like that. People, stop being afraid. What are you fearful of? Tomorrow, if you can change it tonight, change it.
Mm-hmm.
That text message went out in 1.1 second. If you fear dogs, no, I ain't gonna say dogs because some of these dogs are a little crazy nowadays. They eat you up and your whole family too. But whatever your fear is, get over it. We're going to come together as one, whether you believe it or not. Are you going to be part of it? We're about to get this land. We about to do what we need to do. Are you going to be a part of it?
Mm.
And I'm not saying with us, but are you going to be a part of this journey? Look how many people lost their lives for us to get to where we're at. And I'm not talking about no dang on slavery.
Right.
I'm talking about Nipsey and Mike and Aaliyah and Left Eye. And I can go on and Whitney and I believe one of the girls on that just passed on December the 25th of this year. But all these people lost their lives for us to keep pushing us to believe. We talking about melanated people that have climbed and somebody believed in them. We come on this podcast. We don't care if it's 1,000 people, if it's one person. We still here.
Mm-hmm.
Because it might be that one person that come on and we save their life on the right night.
Mm-hmm.
It's some days I don't want to get on here. I'll be like, oh my God, I got to do the podcast. But then when I get on here, it's like a burst of energy.
Yep.
We got some books coming out. We got some kids' books coming out. We're doing some things. Don't get left behind. Do not get left behind. We're going to go ahead and let Sun Goddess give us the scripture and the Bible and go ahead and meditate and get out of here.
Yes. So let me get this together for y'all. All right. So the scripture for today would be 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. And it says, "For God has not forgotten us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind." This is a perfect topic because it reinforces that fear is learned and power is God given. I'm going to say that again. Fear is learned and power is God given. Okay.
Eternal Goddess, do you want to touch on anything?
Yep, I do. Just I feel like we was talking about before, like just fearing the response from others. Sometimes we are looking for a reaction to something, instead of being able to just respond from just who we are. You know what I mean? And sometimes we can allow that to close us off, and it's really about just embracing, ourselves and just embracing, who we are and not allowing anything or nothing outside of us to change that. So yes, I feel like you and not close ourselves off, because we understand our light. We understand, who we are, our power, and our being, and not allowing anything to sway that or to get in the way of that, no matter what, you know. Because like we always say, it starts in the mind. It starts in our mindset. And like you were saying, letting go, or like doing something, trying something new, or whatever like that. It's so many things, I want to do in my life, and I know I will get to do it, because I keep that vision. I keep that vision, and I stay, rooted in that, and I don't know everything. We don't know everything, but when we know ourselves, we know what we know, and we know what we are capable of. And it's all about, living and standing in that truth and honoring that. We have to honor ourselves. That's the only way we're going to be able to respect ourselves and respect others, is by honoring ourselves and continuously embracing that, no matter what, no matter how small, how big, just embracing it. So yeah.
All right, Eternal Goddess has something to say. Okay. So we thank you for that. That was definitely on point,
Mm-hmm.
and we definitely needed that. And so, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and do the meditation, and then we will continue from there.
All right, guys. So today's meditation video is going to be 520 HZ. It's the frequency of the DNA repair. To not live in fear, courage, have courage, and to help inner transformation. It shifts the mind from fear into clarity. It repairs your emotional body. It strengthens your intuition. It unlocks your heart center awareness. And it calms the nervous system so knowledge can actually be received. And it helps listeners to release spiritual and generational fear while embracing unity and consciousness. And you can look up this video on YouTube. Like I said, it's called 528HZ, the frequency of DNA repair and positive energy in your home. So we're going to get into it. Let me cut this on. I want you to sit back, whether you're laying down, whether you're in a chair. I want you to sit back. And before we get into it, we're going to take in 2 deep breaths. I want you to release anything that is not of your body, that is not as supposed to be in there. I want you to release that fear. Let it go. Give it to God. Release it. Right? So I want you to breathe in, breathe out, release. Breathe in again, release. And I want you to do it one more time. And I want you to hold that release just for a minute. So go ahead and breathe in and release.
Fear. That's what we've been talking about is fear. Do not fear anything, no matter what it is. Trust your instincts. You're not crazy. Stay woke. The fastest way to dummy down a population is to scare them. They are creating fear. Stop buying it. So I remember back in school, and I'm up there in age, and we didn't have cell phones, and we didn't have all those things. So if you like somebody, you got you a sheet of paper and you put, "Do you like me?" Check the box, yes or no. And we would pass it around to the classroom till it got to the person. Now, fear, right? Because the person don't know if they're gonna check yes or no. But you can tell when the person opened up the paper was it yes or no because you would tell by the expression on their face what box was checked. So when you have that fear on your face, people know. People know. And honestly, I forgot all about parasailing until Eternal Sun Goddess mentioned it. But yeah, I went parasailing, and it wasn't even a second thought when it was offered to me. I just went. And the only reason I went is because I trust the person that was in charge of it. Because I know that they were godly sent to me. And after getting a reading, they have been in my past with me. That's why we tell you to get readings. Sometimes you got people in your circle that ain't supposed to be there. They just don't belong. And we be trying to hold on. Hold on for what? You got one life in that body that you're in now. Enjoy it. You shouldn't be cussing, fussing, going off with nobody. I'm not saying that you should not disagree. But if you got to put hands on somebody or somebody got to put hands on you, keep it moving. Don't fear. Don't fear because you might be alone. You might have to be alone so that you can get to love on you and the right person can slide right on in. Slide right on in. You ain't looking, you ain't doing none of that. They just slide on in. We have to stop fearing things that are not meant to be feared. Read that statement. To dummy down a population is to scare them. That's why they came out with the pandemic. Now they talking about they got a super flu. The new flu called the super flu. And it's out here. It's tough out here. But guess what? I'm not saying you're not gonna get sick, but go get you some doggone elderberries, some peppermint, some turmeric, some ginger, some dandelion, some sea moss, some soursop, some watermelon, some cantaloupe. And if you got to get on a flight to go get some real stuff, get on the flight. And if you don't want to get on the flight, then doggone it, go get you some compost, some dirt, and some seeds and grow your own. But we got to stop fearing. We got to stop. Listen to this.
We need to come together and do one thing: stop participating. And when we do that, the game is over. when we literally say Monday morning, we're not going to go to work. Imagine if 30 million people didn't go to work Monday. Imagine if 30 million people didn't buy gas on Monday. Imagine if 30 million people went to the bank on Monday and said, I want to withdraw all my money. They can't even give it to all 30 million because only 15% of the cash is available on hand at any given time. The rest is fake zeros and ones. That would collapse the banking system in one day. You see the power in that? You have the power. We all have the power. But what's keeping us back from doing this? Fear. Oh my God, if I don't go to work, I'm going to get fired. And if they don't participate in it, and I'm the only one that doesn't show up for work, I'm going to lose out, and I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. I'm not going to be able to make my car payment, and so forth and so on. You see the trap they have us in? They have us in this system where we're afraid to work together. Man, we're brothers. We should be, link up. Let's do this together. That's right.
If I told everybody, I think on my Facebook page, I think I got 4,000 people. I think on my TikTok page, I think I got about maybe 5,000 people. But if I told what, three, four, five, so let's just say like I had 10,000 friends, and I told all of them, yeah, on Tuesday, we're not going to get up, we're not going to go to work, we're not going to move our cars, we're not going to shop, we're not going to do any of that. 10,000 people, right? Out of 10,000 people, I probably have five people that do it with me. And them five because they don't fear. But them other people, they're not going to do it because just what the man said, they're going to fear not having their job, not being able to pay their car note, not being able, they don't understand you are the power. When the government shut down, we had people that wasn't getting food stamps. We had people that wasn't getting checks. But it didn't hurt them because their bank account got zero, 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 zero. So they didn't miss a beat. They weren't trying to figure out how they gonna get their next paycheck or pay their rent. They weren't trying to figure out how they was gonna feed their family of six that's getting food stamps. They didn't have to figure out anything. But if all those people that didn't get checks, didn't get food stamps, they say, you know what? I'm not buying crap for Christmas. I'm not doing nothing for New Year's. You know what will happen? Eternal God, let's go ahead and take us up out of here.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. The topic fear. I hope it, touched y'all. I hope y'all, got something and took it in and, you're able to embrace it for yourself and move with that. Like we said, you can check out our website at foodforthesoul.org if you want to, book a session with us for whatever you might need, whatever you might feel, guided to within your heart. You can do that. You can also follow us on YouTube at Food for the 444. You can look back at all our lives. Everything is there for y'all to go and look. And, if you're feeling alone or if you're feeling, that you need that answer or whatever like that, it might be in one of our videos for you. And you can do that as well. You can also hit us up in our DMs on Instagram. And, if you need any advice on anything, you can do that as well. We are here for y'all. We love y'all because we love ourselves. And this is why we keep showing up. Even when it might be difficult, we keep showing up because we move past that fear. We embrace the unknown. We move past those blockages, those forces that try to, come against us, but can't nothing be against us unless we are against ourselves. So don't be against yourself and just embrace who you are and all that you are, no matter what, because you always matter. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We love y'all. And peace and love.